where do I start? I'll start with my favorite tool first, the blur tool, which is more recent. I think it came out last year. And this is part of my creative process. It's not like a planned thing at all. It's just really freeform. But so one time I was just like going to edit a portrait like this one right here. This is what I took one in Iceland a couple years ago. And I was just going to, do the normal edits that you do to pictures, like contrast, exposure, et cetera, et cetera. But then the VSCO blur tool dropped and I was like, oh, let me check this out. Let's see what it's about. So, you click on it and as you can see, it like does what it's supposed to do. Like it blurs everything outside of that little focus area, the little focal point. But what I noticed was it kind of drastically changes, like distorts the picture. So my face already looks crazy without the blur, but as you add it, it almost looks like a painting. This is kind of creepy looking, but it's a pretty cool effect from like a blur tool. I didn't really know that's what it would do. So I just saved it. I was like, oh, this is cool. So I'm just gonna save that. I just took the blur tool and moved it away from the main object. So we'll save that. And then this is part of my process. This is like how my mind works sometimes. I was thinking, oh, it looks like a painting, right? So I want like more colors to a picture. How do I do that? And I know in VSCO Montage, you can add shapes and colors and change the colors of the shapes to your image. So I figured, let's try the blur tool again and go back to that image and create a montage. So if you look at the bottom, it says montage. Pull up the same picture, add some shapes. So I just clicked on shape. Let's change this and make it yellow to put it over my face. Let me pull up this chat just in case I'm missing any questions. Nothing yet. But I still want to see my face. So let's change the opacity, bring it down a little bit. And if y'all got your phone, change the color. So let's change it to blue. Oh, that's really dark. I'll change the opacity some more. Let's add one more shape, maybe a triangle. Just move it. This looks kind of odd. I'm gonna change that shape as well. Okay, so this is step one. So I'll finish that. It looks satisfactory, I guess. Oh, I see some raised hands. Let me pause here. Yeah, Nate, you have a question? Oh, your question is, oh, yeah, if you have a question, you can unmute and you can ask live if you want, or you can chat, up to you. Oh, never mind. Thanks, Nate. Well, I'll keep going. So let's go back to that image, the one I just created with the shapes. So this is what it has. It has colors on top of a picture on top of a white canvas background. But I want to see what that blur tool does. So I just click on it. And right away, you can see it's doing the same thing that it did in the initial image. It like distorts everything around it. And you can see it's even like changing the picture looks like it's bending, which I thought was like pretty cool. Like it's a pretty interesting effect. And if you just drag the kind of focal point around, you can see how it manipulates the picture even more. And even the shapes kind of make a crazy color. are like crazy shape too. And so, yeah, I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool looking. It's something I just randomly tried. And I think this is over like Christmas break. I did this with about like 30 pictures. I was just trying a bunch of different combinations of things and seeing what I can come up with. So I saved a bunch of pictures so I can show y'all some more things that I did with Montage, or that you can do with this blur tool. So let's check out these palm trees. Montage. So I want to do like a mirror image type thing. So I'm going to copy this image and paste it and bring it down. So now we have the same picture, but I want to make it look like you know, when you look at water and it's like a mirror image of the whatever you're looking at. I'm just going to scroll that little tools tray to the right and click on flip. And now you just have like the mirror image of the palm trees. Let's change the canvas to black. That looks dope, I think. Click finish. Save. Now I'm just gonna apply that blur. It's like my little combo. It's like thing I like to do. Hit up blur real quick. Then you got this little, it looks kind of wild, right? I'll stop there for a second and answer any questions if y'all want to type them into chat, or you can unmute and ask it.
Nate, this is Sai with a really newbie question. And the question is, I have VSCO on my phone. I don't have it on my MacBook. Is this like I just get out of the App Store and I'll be good, or what do you recommend?
Yeah, so you can't do any editing on computer, on desktop, so it's all mobile. So if you get it, download it from the App Store on your phone, on iOS or with Android also. That's where you'll do it. This is all with the app, VSCO membership. So,
thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Let's look at some presets. So like in preparation for this, I was getting kind of buck wild with some of these edits. So it looks kind of weird, but we'll save it. All right, here's another cool tip that I tried a couple weeks ago. So I want to slice up this photo. I want to make it look even more abstract and weird than it already is. So I want to make it look like it's fragmented. So I'm going to click a shape, a white, see the square, for example. It matches the canvas background because it's just white on white. So now that it just looks like a empty hole in the picture. I don't necessarily want that. I want to make it look even more thin, I guess. So I created an outline shape. So if you just swipe, if you go into the shapes, there's like the solid version of them. And then there's the outline version if you just swipe right. So swipe right like on the dating apps kind of thing. And then I just move the square kind of off the screen just so you get that line. And when you deselect it, it looks like the picture is broken off a little bit. Now I'm just gonna copy and paste that same square and drag it down and keep moving it down the image. Again, make the square bigger. Again. Okay, kind of sloppy. But we'll finish that. Save. I'm like, that's all right, but now you just gotta add a blur to it. And then now it looks like 10 times cooler than it does. Yeah, Patty. It's like it's crazy because you can like take any image almost and make it into like something else. Like I always go back to like paintings or something, but this I don't know. I was like fascinated by that. Let's add some text here too. Oh shoot, text. I'll just put hello in the middle. I don't know. Y'all want to see something like really hacky? Like, I'll pull this up real quick. I made this a while ago. All right, this one's gonna take some time, so you gotta bear with me. I'll use it with this picture. I have so many like self-portraits. So what you're gonna do is that effect that I just did. Same thing, blur tool. I'm gonna move it on like one part of my face. Let me move this over. Save that image. Now this part is like kind of repetitive. So what you're gonna do and then move it somewhere else. And then save. So what you're doing is making multiple copies. I'll only do 3, but making multiple copies of that image. Okay, so I got my 3 copies. Now let's go to montage. Click on montage. Let me get a black background. Ooh. So now in montage, you can make videos too, not just like static images. So what I want to do is duplicate this scene. If you look at the bottom, there's a option to add scene, but I want to duplicate the same one. I'm going to do it like 10 times because I want to make this look kind of like a stop motion type deal. Okay, that's good enough. So in each image, so the first one is there. I'm going to go to the second scene. And I'm going to click on the image and replace it and use one of the other copies of that blur that I just made. I'm going to go to the next scene and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to repeat that. Okay. Now, I'll play this back. And you can see it's just playing through the images, which is cool. I think if you looked at the bottom, each scene says 1 second duration. I personally think that's a little too long because I want it to be faster. So what I'm going to do is click on duration and adjust that to be, say, 50 milliseconds. But I want that for all of the scenes at the bottom. So if you look at the top of the screen now, it says apply to all. This will apply that time frame to every scene of this montage. So that's what I want. Click OK. Let's play it back just to see. Now it's moving a little faster. So, okay, that's good. I'll finish that. Save. All right, now here's like the part that's kind of fun. So now it's a video file that you have of that stop motion with the blur tool. Now, the next layer is adding video effects to that because it's a video file now. So click on edit, just like you would a photo, but with video files, you have what's called effects. And so you can add different, there's 4: VHS, glitch, kaleidoscope, and chroma. And so you can just apply whatever one you want to your video file. And now your static image is like live now, like it's like moving and then doing the blur thing, it's doing this glitch thing. You got this going on. You can like adjust how intense you want that to be. I like the VHS one. It's just like vintage. Actually, let's do glitch. Glitch is kind of cool. And so just speed. Y'all seeing that? And yeah, now you have live static image all through montage and video and video tool. Questions, comments? Silence, I see your question. Yep, it'll keep the functionality if you post it on social media too. It saved your camera device. I made this one yesterday. Should I go through how I made this one, or does anybody want to guess? Patty said, let's see it. Okay. I'll do it with this In-N-Out burger.
I was going to request you do it the In-N-Out burger. Nick.
Okay, before I do it though, I need to get a poll or like I need to know where everyone stands. In-N-Out versus Shake Shack. Y'all can just type it in the chat, or if y'all aren't in California or somewhere else, I don't know what else is out there. Like Five Guys. People say Five Guys. I don't think Five Guys is that good, but damn. In-N-Out across the board. Okay, let's edit this. So I'll click on montage. Let's make the background yellow or red. Yellow. Okay, first step. So, but the goal is you want to make I want to make the burger move around, the double move around. So the first step I'm going to do is copy that image and paste it. So right now you have 2 layers of the same photo, one on top of the other. I'm going to click on opacity and bring it down a little bit. You can see the picture is lighting up. That's because the layer on top is becoming more transparent and it's giving that effect. So now I'm going to grab the edge of the photo and crop it down to just around the burger. All right, yeah, you can see the line's gonna guide you there. Okay, deselect. If you look really closely, you can still see that square around the burger. I'll click on it and I'll move it around just so you can see it. So I'm moving it. That's the effect we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna slightly move this off to the side. And now I'm gonna duplicate that image. And now all I'm gonna do is move it again, duplicate again, so another scene, and I'm going to repeat this process until I'm like satisfied with it, and duplicate one more time, move the burger on this way, and I'll click playback real quick so you can see what's happening. It's just moving, each scene in the burger is just moving around. Let me do that a couple more times. Make it a little bigger. Okay. Now I'm going to adjust the duration again, like I did last time. I'm going to make it 250 milliseconds. I'm going to click apply to all. Let's play this back, see what it looks like. Now you got this burger moving around. How fast? Let's finish that. I'm satisfied. Save. So now I'm in, just click on edit that video file that I just saved. Let's go to effects. So you can make it a vintage burger. You can put it in the matrix. Kaleidoscope, this looks bizarre. Oh, no, I don't like that. Not a fan of that. That's cool, but I'm not going to do that one. I'll do VHS. Take it down a little bit. And I'm also going to speed it up. Now it's just. There you go. Now you got a moving in and out burger. Kyle said you should export one video and re-import that video. Okay. So I'm going to edit that same one. Oh, does this work? Does it work like this? One second. I think I know the hack. This is my test device too, so there's not a lot of there's not a lot of stuff on here, thankfully. I think if you just edit in like your photo or in your camera roll, like slightly, it'll save the image as something. It'll save it. This is like a hack to get around that. Favorite that. Let's see. Did it work? Yes, it did. I think, yeah. So if you want to double your video effects, create one video, add an effect to it, save it, and then go to your camera roll and make a slight adjustment to that video or photo. Photo works too. And then edit back in the VSCO app to add double effects. It's kind of a lot, but you can also do this with text. If y'all want to make text look really cool, this is something I like a lot too. So I took these pictures this morning. Let's try it out. Okay. So currently, like when you use the blur tool on a photo, it's not going to blur your text. It's only going to blur the image, and the text is like a layer on top of that. So you can't currently do that in VSCO right now, but the workaround is this. Save that picture with your text. Leave the VSCO app, go to your photos, click on that photo that you just edited, and just make any minor adjustment. It doesn't matter where, and then save it. Or finish the edit, and then always favorite it just so I can find it easily. But what's happening here is, I think, is that like kind of puts those layers together, like the text and the image, so you can apply the blur, like you can apply effects to the text now also, versus if you just do it in VSCO, it's like a separate layer. Let's go back to the VSCO app. I didn't know how to do this until a coworker helped, and he tried it himself and let me know about it. So let's add the blur tool now. And look, Wednesday's already blurred. Like a, make it look a little more dynamic. Rachel said that's hot. Boom. Oh, another thing I realized, which makes sense, but I didn't think about it. You can add like PNG files to Montage too. Like if, for example, what I mean by that is this. Yeah, this looks like Blade Runner. This was in San Diego. Just make this picture bigger. So I was on Google today looking up just PNG files. I was like, let me find boba. Oh shoot. So I found this boba file with no background. And you can just like add it to your montage. So it's kind of silly, but you can also edit it. So if you want to edit that specific image for the montage, I was like, I want that taro tea. I want the purple one. So I just clicked on that D1 preset, applied it. Now I have purple boba. Boba on a beach, yep. I'm gonna replace this image with something else. There we go. Does anybody have questions or like anything you want me to try to do? Ooh, Sala says, I saw a cup of coffee in your library. Can we try something with the image? Sure, yeah, let's try it out. Let me make this a thought bubble though, real quick. Oh, I can't make it any smaller than that, but okay. You get the idea. Bye, Shannon. Was it this one? That's a pot, but I can do that. Oh, this one, okay. Does anybody have any ideas what they want me to do with this image? Like Silas, you said try something funky. What do you have in mind? What should I do? Oh, the pot. Okay. Let's go to the pot. Hmm. Replicate the shadow. Let's copy and paste. What if I rotate it? Add an image to the center of the pot. Oh yeah, yeah, we can do that for sure. Oh, snap. Hold on, let me try that. Let's add an image to the center of the pot. Let's see. Trim just a shadow in your gallery and bring it in and change the direction. Okay. I think I can do that directly in Montage. Let's see. So I pasted it. The only the tough part is I wish you could like kind of curve or cut around the shadow. It's currently only like squares, but oh, wait. We're on to something. Thank you for the suggestion, Vic and Silas. I tried it. It's almost there. There's probably a way. I just haven't figured it out yet. If I get one day, I'll find it. Another thing I've been doing is like with my like friends, I've been making like little montages, I guess you could say, but like collages of pictures, which I think is pretty simple to do. But it's kind of a fun way to like look at a bunch of pictures at once. So you just kind of modify a bunch of them so they fit. So usually this would be like, I went on a trip recently with all my friends. We took a bunch of pictures. And so I just added them all to like a blank canvas here and like shifted them around. You know, kind of like a scrapbook or something. Let's see. Yeah, you can add video too. So I can add the in and out video if I wanted to. Boom. And now you got it living in your on your canvas. And I can extend the duration too, so that it keeps going. So I'll make it 10 seconds. So the thing with video is like, if you want to use the blur tool, you really can't. You have to use it like on a flat image first. So let me delete that video real quick, because this is something I like to do also, is add another picture of this. No, not that one. Sure. Oh, shoot. finish, save. To edit that, hit that blur. And now it's like everything's all bending. You can like focus on one if you wanted to. You can also bring up the blur. You can like expand the blur so it's not like blurring everything, and just so the edges are a little trimmed at the bottom, as you can see. Oh shoot. So yeah, like I love the blur tool because it like makes your picture more dynamic, but it is, you know, all flat is cool, but if you add a little blur to the edges, it makes it look, to me, like 10 times cooler. So
So Nate, so the trick to getting with the blur to having the edges look kind of wavy is save it first, bring it back up and add blur to that new.
yep,
thing.
because if you just use blur on like just one picture, it's just gonna blur, it just blurs the whole picture, right? But if you wanted to like make the edges of a picture bend and stuff, you need to add it to a montage so it's on like a canvas, so like white or black, whatever you want it to be, and then once you add blur, it'll like do the same thing and blur all those edges around it.
Cool, really cool. Thanks.
Go back to the boba. I'm gonna have to get that for later today. I'm gonna apply that blur, Patty, just to follow up what you just asked. Now I just added the blur to that. Now the bobas are all changing. So. Cool. Yeah, I'll pause there. I know we don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to open the floor up for more questions. Anything anybody has regarding VSCO, regarding montage, regarding my thought process. Oh yes, this will also be recorded and will be available online in our, Kyle, I think it's the Reddit VSCO, the VSCO subreddit. Yep. Dang. If no questions, thank you all for joining. I hope you all were editing on the side as well. Thank you for the questions. Shameless plug again, VSCO Montage, VSCO membership. Also, follow me on IG and on VSCO, same handle. I would say that's also where my Twitter is, but you know how it is. You don't like to share like your Twitter social handle to people. So don't. You can follow me on there if you'd like. But yeah, that's it. I didn't actually finish my lunch, so I'm gonna go do that. I'll see y'all later. Bye.